Hello, welcome to another episode of the Roundtable and Couch podcast. I'm Marvin Miles. Today's topic will cover video gaming, pathological use. Now, I chose this topic because I'm hearing a lot of parents talk about the frequency and the time that their children are spending playing video games and how it appears to be affecting the child's attitude and behavior as well as schoolwork performance. So I conducted some research because I wanted to see if there were any studies that supported this assumption. What I found was that the results from the studies were consistent. But before I reveal the results of the study, I want to take a moment to give you a few stories. A friend of mine told me about a family member of hers that was on their way to work and realized that they forgot something at home. And when they doubled back and went back home to pick up the item they left behind, they heard a lot of cursing going on from another room, extreme profanity being used. It was discovered that it was the person's child swearing at another competitor over a competitive game that they were playing over the internet. And in another story, a coworker of mine was telling me about their child who plays games excessively. And when I asked, well, what was the outcome of the child playing the game, they said they just play until their eyes pop out. Now, what comes from video gaming? It produces emotional responses, both positively and negatively. It provides for relaxation, competence, and a way for a child to escape the daily concerns. It's considered pathological when it disrupts multiple levels of the child's life. Now, to the study results. In a national survey that was conducted, it surveyed approximately 1,200 kids between the ages of 8 and 18. There were two goals: determine what were the game habits, and to see what percentage of youth met the DSM criteria for pathological gamers. The study results were 8% were identified as pathological gamers. They had poorer grades when compared to non-pathological gamers, and they had issues paying attention in school. Their pro-social behavior decreased as they played more competitive games when compared to cooperative games. And in the second study, a longitudinal study that went on for approximately 2 years, study results revealed risk factors facilitating a pathway to pathological gaming were increased gaming, the time that they're playing, lower social competence, as well as greater impulsivity. Some of the outcomes due to pathological gaming were depression, anxiety, social phobia, and low school performance. The 9.9% of the kids surveyed were considered pathological gamers. Now let's talk about the treatment. I hate to give you all that without talking about some treatment that you can possibly use for your child. I'm going to suggest that if you suspect that your child is a pathological gamer or is addicted, you seek some counseling, either by LSW, LCSW, a psychologist, or a psychiatrist. Some type of therapy. But studies are actually showing that cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is the therapy of choice. But again, this is just me giving you the information. It's strictly up to you and the agreement between you and your counselor or the therapist that you are retained for your child. And again, I'm Marvin Miles, on behalf of the Roundtable and Couch podcast, wishing you great physical and mental health.